Okay, creating an assembly. You're going to follow the tutorial on the Solidworks program. Click Part. You're going to click OK. And you're going to have a blank sheet. You want to come over to the right hand side where it says this little house, Solidworks Resources. Click on that little house. You're going to go to Tutorials. Click on Tutorials. And when that happens, this is what's going to pop up. You have this little side window right here. This will pop up, and you want to go to the lesson 1 parts. You're going to do lesson 1 parts, you're going to do lesson 2 assemblies, and then you're going to do lesson 3 drawings. You're going to do these 3 right in order. What's going to happen, you're going to end up creating these 2, and you're going to put them together. An assembly is when you put 2 parts together. So that's what you're going to learn how to do in this tutorial. But you're going to click on parts, and it's going to give you this little window. Down at the bottom it says creating and saving a part. You would just click this little link, and it takes you to the first step. The first step is to create a new standard document. So if you don't know what to do, you would click this little button, and it tells you, it shows you what to do. You go to new document, which would be right here. So you're going to click this, and it shows you new document. So you would do that. I already have that open. If you don't know how to save by now, you would click this, and it shows you where to save. You would save this to your documents folder on your ID number where you created the drafting folder. To go to the next step, though, you go down to the bottom. If you want to go back 1 step, you would use the previous topic. So next step, next topic, you would pick creating the base, and you're going to create the base. Okay, and basically you would go in and you would do an extrude. Okay, the way you do that, first of all, it says extrude rectangle with 1 corner on the origin and dimension as shown. Okay. So you should know how to extrude something. Remember, you just go to extrude, and you're going to click the front plane. Okay. And you want to make the box. So basically, you would come over here, click once, hold it down, and drag up. And then you would smart dimension, and you would put in 120. So 120. And then you would put 120 for this. Now remember, this should be millimeters. Okay, so if I click this, it should be, that's inches. So I want to change it to millimeters. Type 120, go to units, and go down to millimeters, and say OK. And then double click on this 120, type 120, and change the units to millimeters, and say OK. So you do want millimeters. Okay. Okay, if yours is displaying in inches, what you need to do is go up to the top, go to your options up here at the top, click options, and then you need to go to document properties and go down to units, which is this one right here. Click units, and right here it might be IPS. You want to change it to mmgs, which would be millimeters, grams, seconds. You want to change it to that and say OK. Now it would be displayed in millimeters. So if you need to go back and change it to inches, you would always go up to options, document properties, units, and change it back to inches if you need to go back to inches. Okay, but that is to set it for millimeters. So now you could follow along with this tutorial, and you would just go to the next step, which would be sketching the base. And basically here are the steps. If I click this button, it tells you extrude base, and it shows you all the stuff you need to type in how to do it. Okay, if you didn't remember how to do that, then you would go to the next step, and dimensioning the base, it shows you how to dimension it. Okay, you can go to the next step since we've already done that, and then here's how you would extrude it out, and it just keeps showing you how to do stuff. If you click this, it shows you how to exit sketch. So you can click these little tools, and it tells you how to where to find this stuff at. Okay, but you would extrude that out, and then you go to this step, and you would do this next step. That you're going to create this piece. You would click this, and it would take you next, and you would go through the process. So I want you to go through this process of building this piece, save it as assembly part 1, and then you're going to create the second part of the assembly as assembly part 2, and then you're going to do a drawing for the assembly, and you will print that out and turn that in. Good luck and have fun.